You'll be surprised that there are still people who have not gotten the COVID-19 vaccine. And it's not as if the vaccine is not available for them. They are just hesitant. Vaccine hesitancy is the delay in acceptance or the refusal to get vaccines despite the availability of vaccine services. Welcome to the COVID Law series. My name is Jake Okechukwu Efodu. On this show, I discuss issues that concern you, COVID-19, and the law.
This is the COVID Law series. This is the COVID Law series.
Okay, sir, people are wondering, what is your take on this coronavirus vaccine?
I be the president, please. I be got one polisher. Who thought I take coronavirus vaccine? I come on, got you. Me website all these days, I never come up for us. I see that how person come talk say I carry coronavirus vaccine. Where you don't see am before. You don't have you see me when I carry am. God no go shame us. Oh yeah, because we both say what? A weekly of a high is a what? Is a wash or dilemma. Hello. Thank you.
So many myths and misconceptions have trailed the COVID-19 vaccine, not just in Nigeria, but across the world. Now, getting the COVID-19 vaccine is a personal choice. But, follow me, what if not getting the vaccine is made a crime? What should be the punishment for the people who refuse to take the vaccine? Let's find out from the street.
They can't give punishment for not taking the vaccine because if I take the vaccine today, it's for my health. If I did not take it, it's for my health. So my own personal view, I cannot take it and they can't impose me to take it. So there shouldn't be any punishment for that.
I don't really think there should be a punishment. What I rather think should be done is for government to take a measure that will move most of the people to go in for it. Because when you come to Medicare, it should actually be something that someone is willing to take. You don't really have to force anybody to take something that the person doesn't feel at least taking.
Okay, the punishment there, they should hold those people that refuse to take the vaccine. If they really believe that COVID-19 is real, they should hold them. They will go to that vaccine by force.
Really, I can't say this what is the punishment supposed to be. Because I don't believe there is COVID. I doubt if there is. It may happen in the foreign country, but in Nigeria, I only heard that this one get it, this one get it. I've got many places that have not discovered it. So if they say there is a punishment for that, who doesn't take the vaccine, let them punish them.
For me, because I did among people who go like to take them. So I go look for soft landing for people who go like to take them. For me, I prefer say they feel flog us. You understand? Or they tell us you could pay some amount of money.
Okay. Yes, I expected to hear those mixed reactions from the streets. Did you know that in Nigeria we've recorded more than 180,000 confirmed COVID-19 cases? And that's the few that we're able to test. We all know that the number is definitely more. Now, although 166,000 plus have recovered, we have sadly lost more than 2,000 Nigerians. Now, this is why it's very important for you to get the COVID-19 vaccine. To discuss the liability of not getting the vaccine or otherwise, join me as I take a seat with two experts, a medical doctor and a legal practitioner. Let's start. Now, a number of people impressively have received their complete dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. I myself, I've gotten my 2 shots. I think 1 shot here, 1 shot. No, the 2 shots were actually on this side. But the vaccine acceptance rate in Nigeria is still very low. And this is why we've brought Dr. Ifeanyi Nsofo to the COVID Law Series. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so much, Jake.
Why is this so?
Well, for me, really, first of all, I've taken 2 doses too, just to be sure.
And if there's a need for another dose, I hear people might need to take subsequent.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's for developed countries. WHO is pushing hard against that. Let's leave booster doses first. Let more people take vaccines in other parts of the world. But I think, back to your question on vaccine hesitancy, to me, 2 reasons, really. One is religion. We've had, some very prominent religious leaders speak against the vaccine. To me, even more than religion is the fact that people don't have access to the vaccines. Because what has happened over the past 5 months is that health workers stay in the health facilities and expect that people will come and take the vaccine. But we run a very informal economy in Nigeria. Most of the people earn on a daily basis. So you can imagine a woman who sells at Wuse Market, leaving her wares in the market and going to say, could you go to PAC to take her vaccine? It doesn't work. So, and that's why for me, the percentage of people that are hesitant in Nigeria are really more of access, a lot of access and convenience to take the vaccine as opposed to not really wanting to take it.
So religion being an impediment, people not having the time to go and get their own vaccine.
Yeah.
And of course, you mentioned something important. I mean, we don't produce this vaccine. So if we don't get these vaccines from abroad, we will not have enough for, for our Nigerian population. But I think maybe some people might be thinking about the efficacy of the vaccine. How safe are these vaccines?
I mean, the vaccines are very safe. Let's be honest about it. These vaccines have gone through clinical trials. Let's not forget that the technology for developing the vaccines have been, in operation for
several
decades,
years,
before now. So the fact that it happened fast simply means that lots of investment went into developing the technology, and now that we now had the opportunity, we're able to deploy the technology. The vaccines are safe. Before vaccines are even put out, they have to go through all sorts of approvals by national authorities. In the US, it's been approved by the FDA. In the UK, same within the EU. In Nigeria, NAFDAC will still, conduct their own safety tests before the vaccines are allowed to be given in Nigeria.
So when the vaccines are available, and we've seen that the side effect I had was that my hand was paining me for like 2-3 days, and then I think I slept more. But other than that, I don't know how it was for you.
Yeah, so for me, I think I just slept. Interestingly, the commonest side effects of the vaccine, and this was based on a study done in the UK of more than 600,000 people who took the vaccine, pain at injection site. It's expected now.
Which is expected.
I mean, it's a no-brainer, because if I pricked you, if you don't feel pain, we'll look at you very funny. That's what's wrong with you. So, you have outliers, some people that will have some side effects that may, within the immunization space, we call it adverse events following immunizations. And anytime you take vaccine, they will advise you, if you have some side effect that really bother you, you come back to us. The health workers will know how to direct you.
So, fundamental question. Should taking the vaccine be made compulsory?
So I think we need to weigh between personal liberties and public good. Because if you don't take the vaccine, you now become a risk for others.
And that's where liability might begin to occur. Isn't this now important for the vaccination to be like super fast, super quick, super now?
In Nigeria, we really need to be very quick about it. And I think that if the president comes out and kind of mandates it, that people must be vaccinated immediately, I think we'll have to do that, because for our own good, individually, then collectively, so that the economy opens, so that people can travel and do their businesses without any hindrances.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ifeanyi Nsofo. Happy to have you here on the COVID Law Series. I would have given you a handshake, but let me give you a signature. Now let me get to speak with a lawyer expert on this issue. I have Barrister Joba. Welcome to the COVID Law Series.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Should there be a punishment for people who refuse to take the COVID-19 vaccine? What do you think?
It's not a straightforward answer when you say, should there be a punishment? There are reasons why people don't want to take the vaccines. culture, religious, and these reasons are valid. However, there are frontliners who attend to people, who meet with people on a daily basis. And there's a law that says those ones have to take the vaccines. I think the National Health Act or the Quarantine Act provides for that. So those ones have to take the vaccine. Should there be a punishment? I think we should leave that to the National Assembly to decide.
You talked about frontline workers, people
Yes.
who work in the medical space, people who deal with servicing other people.
Essential workers.
If they refuse to take the vaccine, I mean, the hope is that they should take the vaccine and they should understand the importance of being vaccinated. But if they refuse, what should the law have to do? Like, what do we do? Do we just say, we understand you have a reason, or?
Well, there's a test of reasonableness in law. I think it would be advisable to step aside from offering their services to people to avoid going the legal route of now going through courts to sanction or punish them, because they will be affected on the long run, and then if they are infected, they will infect people who they are attending to, and those people can bring an action against them.
So if they conduct themselves in a way that other people get affected or infected based on their negligence, then that could bring a legal liability?
Yes.
So when we talk about what we're seeing in Nigeria at the moment, we have about 80,000 people who have received a vaccine in a country of over 200 million people, right? It's super, super low. Like, what can the law do to ensure that, people get vaccinated? What is missing here, and what can the law do about it?
I don't think it's a question of what can the law do about it. Like I said earlier, you cannot force people to get vaccinated. It's what the government can do. Drive the people to get vaccinated. Let them see reasons why they should get vaccinated. Let the government officials come on board or come on air to get vaccinated and see that there are no side effects to this thing, or it's for your own good. We've seen there are vaccines for yellow fever, tuberculosis, and they've worked so well for people over time. So there shouldn't be any difference, or so far, there's no difference to that of COVID-19.
Now, have there been times within our legal system where the law has compelled people to actually get the vaccine because of the public good of it?
I'm not sure I've come across any law per se that makes it compulsory. However, in the Quarantine Act, it says you have to show proof of yellow fever vaccine if you are coming or leaving Nigeria.
So that's a law?
Well,
and if you don't do
if
that,
you don't, well, they can send you back to wherever you're coming from.
And that's a punishment, right?
That is a punishment. So, well, they can extend this to COVID-19 as well.
This conversation we're having about, should there be fine? Should there be imprisonment? Should there be punishment? Do you think it's a valid conversation?
It is. It is. Because you don't expect me to do my own part by getting vaccinated and taking all my family members to get vaccinated, and you will work in the same office space and you refuse to get vaccinated. You are a risk to myself and my family members and the immediate environment of other people who have been vaccinated. So at some point we have to discuss this. We have to look at it broadly. Should people be fined or punished, or what are the alternatives to vaccines?
All right, now you've heard from the experts. Getting the COVID-19 vaccine is a personal choice, but it's a very, very wise choice to make. The vaccine does not only protect you, but it also protects the people around you and the community at large. It's also one of the ways by which we can quickly get back to normal, if there's anything like that anymore. Now, getting a vaccine may give you some side effects, but they are only temporary, and it does not mean that you are sick. The COVID-19 vaccine saves lives, but it will not save your life if you do not get it. You're just talking about it, but you're not getting it. If you get the vaccine, chances are it will protect and save you. Even if you've contracted COVID before, please get the vaccine for added protection. And who knows, there may be a law that says if you do not get the vaccine, you will be serving punishment. Anyways, it's been a great time on the COVID Law series today. Please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, use the hashtag COVID Law series. Till the next episode, have a good one.